Anyway, what I was concerned is they're going to kick the door in. Okay, that was my concern. Is they're going to come out there. These are killers. I fully believe that. I know that. I got shot 2 weeks after that fact. I happen to have an extension cord in the closet here. Okay, so I'm sitting there, and God, is taking care of me. I give Him all the praise and glory. The incredible idea. Here's the extension cord. I'm thinking, I'll build a safe room, okay? And because I'm worried about them kicking in this door. And so I get my knife boy and I strip the end of it off. I used to be an electrician. Boom, boom. I know the black one's the hot wire, right? And so I strip that black wire. Boom, I've got copper wire right here. I take that copper wire and I wrap it around this doorknob right here and I plug it in, okay? They're on the other side of the door. Can you look at there and see any electricity on that doorknob? No, you can't. No, you can't. And so all night I could hear them. They made lots of noise this night on December 14th, but nobody come in through that door. And so I truly believe that saved my life, And then the next week, that's when the ex comes over and she had them divorce papers and had the return my life insurance booklets, and I always write on that. But as soon as she walks in, she says, "How you been sleeping?" She knew about this night. She knew I was up all night, them trying to get inside that door that night. And as far as I'm concerned. And so I said, like a baby, But anyways, that's what happened. So later, here 2 weeks later, I get shot. There's no doubt. You look at the evidence, it's premeditated murder. They cut my phone lines. They shot me from inches away, directly at an artery. Listened to me scream for help, waiting for me to die. My life insurance booklets are taken. This was premeditated murder, okay? But after I get to the hospital and all that, I remember back to that night 2 weeks before. And I'm thinking, I wonder if anybody grabbed a doorknob. Because if somebody is on the other side and they grab that doorknob, right, they did, right? And you know what it'd do? It'd stop your heart. Because that's what electricity does. It'd stop your heart. Okay, so I'm looking through the obituaries, and I find a guy named Matt Hyman, okay? And it tells me there in his obituary, he used to be a landman, and then he was an attorney. And that was interesting, because landmans are some of my top suspects. They're who I suspect to be involved with oil show parties. And I think the oil show parties have been going on in this underground facility, right? That they were involved in the murder of that young girl and all that stuff, okay? And then he's now attorney, and I remember my attorney telling me when I went to see her, she says, there's not a lawyer in this town that's going to help you. What? I'm like the ultimate victim here. I'm the guy that comes to town, volunteers to lead the United Way drive. These criminals come to my home, attacked me, shot me, tried to cut my leg off. These are evil killers are what they are. And I believe they've got a whole list of people they killed, and nobody's going to help me, no attorney. What if it was because an attorney got killed? So Matt Hyman's 33 years old, and I post out there on the internet, this idea. Did Matt Hyman get killed in my home? Okay. And, if you think that out, there was more people here. I could tell more than one person, him and his friends or somebody and their friends. If their friend on the other side of the door, grab that doorknob, boom, 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 and they die, you can't call the cops because you're breaking home to murder somebody. You know what I mean? You go to prison if you were his friend standing right there and he dies inside a private home trying to murder the homeowner. You're going to be charged with murder for your friend's death because you're with him. Okay. I mean that's how it works. So they can't say that, right? That'd be obvious. So they're going to have to come up with some other reason, some other excuse to explain why this 33-year-old man, that landman attorney died, right? And so here I get on Facebook, I post this question. I have the right to ask questions. Somebody tried to kill me, I didn't make a statement. I don't know that. I have the right to ask questions. Did he die in this house, right? His sister-in-law, former sister-in-law, was my nurse, okay? And she's on my Facebook friends list. And she goes, well, that's my brother-in-law, whatever, And so I'm thinking, well, I'm going to ask her some questions and I can eliminate him because I didn't know, So one of my questions was, how did he die? Because if he died of a car accident, it wasn't him. Okay, and done deal. We know it wasn't him. If he died of cancer, wasn't him, right? No, it wasn't him. So what did he die of? Oh, heart failure. Nobody knew he had it. Heart stopped. 33 years old. Heart stopped. Well, that's what happened if you get electrocuted, heart stop. And then I'm thinking, what time did he die? If he died in the morning, then it wasn't him, because this was an afternoon, evening, okay? And once again, oh no, it was that evening. He was just home by himself with his wife, and then he died, and so the only witness you got. So whatsoever, that didn't eliminate that whatever. To me, it did, I mean, it just more confirmed the possibility for sure. And so I posted on there, and then a couple of his friends, this guy named Brian Hillman and Chris Mertz, threatened me, okay? And I used to work with Chris Mertz. He was a landman for my company, okay? And another thing, Chris Mertz is calling me crazy. Well, that's, 11 secret police sneaking in your home stealing evidence is crazy, but it's sure clear that I'm not, I mean, that we can pretty much be sure of that at that point, because that doesn't happen. They didn't accidentally forget to put their name down. There was 11 of them. They sneaked into my home, stole evidence that I told them about. That's what happened. And so there's a red flag already on Chris Mertz, And then Brian Hillman threatened to sue me, and he contacted me on private message. It was very, very rude, and ended up getting blocked on that. So anyway, I'm gonna show you stuff on the computer here to back this up.